one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Gerardo Naya,
Present.
Vice Mayor Lorena Delgadillo,
Present.
Councilmember Jesus Roldan, Councilmember Luis Galindo, Councilmember Miguel Villalpando,
Present.
Councilmember Juan Castillo,
Present.
Councilmember Marta Gonzalez,
Present.
Vice Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Anybody here for the call to the public, Andrea? No? Thank you. We're going to item 5, consent agenda. Approval of minutes for the council meetings that are listed on your agenda, the work session and the 3 council meetings. Anybody want to pull any agenda item, which is the check register, approval for purchase of 2026 Chevy Silverado Work Truck for courtesy Chevrolet for $46,372.15, which is an approval from CIP fiscal year 2026 project. Also, we have an approval to purchase replacement flooring for the public safety facility from DBG Flooring LLC in the amount of $45,000, and approved CIP project of fiscal year 26 for the police and the fire department, and also approval of resolution 2025-026, a resolution of the mayor and council approving the designation of applicants, authorized representative, and alternate authorized representative form submitted to the Arizona Department of Energy and Military Affairs. Anybody want to pull any of these items?
Make a motion to approve consent agenda.
A motion was approved by Councilman Castillo, second by Councilwoman Gonzalez. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. 6.1, new business, discussion regarding CIP number 2026 GF022, the Welcome to Somerton Entrance Sign, and possible direction from council to proceed with design selection. Hi, Saul.
Thank you, Vice Mayor and members of council. The item before you on the agenda is discussion and possible direction regarding CIP number 2026 GF022. Mayor and council, this CIP is the Welcome to Somerton Entrance Sign located on the east side of the city. I'm going to show you the location and some. Yes, thank you. So as I was saying, Vice Mayor and council, this is the CIP project that'll create a Welcome to Somerton sign located on the east side of the city. The location shown in blue on the map here is the approximate location of this sign, located roughly about 300 feet east of the intersection of Avenue D and Main Street. The sign will be built atop a concrete pedestal, which was installed last year. There is electrical power running to this pedestal, so the sign will have the ability to be illuminated and have electrical features incorporated into the design. During the CIP process, we reached out to several sign manufacturing companies, both local and out of town, and we received 4 options for your review tonight. So tonight, staff would like to present these options and get possible feedback and direction from council as to which option council prefers, and possibly go from there. So the first option I'd like to present to you is a modern looking sign, which incorporates several modern aesthetic elements, the sharp lines, metallic features. Black and gold seem to be the distinguishing colors on this option. City of Somerton also is written, as well as Best Little City. The sign measures 9 feet wide, 6 feet tall, and has a depth of about 5 feet. Any questions on the first option submitted? The second option, oh, actually, that's the same one, just a bit, that's how it would look at night, actually, that first option. So Real simple, sleek, minimalistic. Here's just some 3D isometric view of the sign and the framing details. Top down, left, right. The second sign is a lot different. This one incorporates a sign cabinet into the sign as well as stone veneer at the bottom. The colors on this one are predominantly brown tones. And the sign cabinet would, of course, allow not just illumination, but also the displaying of messages and advertisements and whatnot on that sign. So very different concept from the first one. The dimensions of this one I don't think are specified, but we can more or less estimate that the gentleman shown on there is approximately 6 feet in height. So similar in height to the first sign that I showed. Any questions so far?
So is it kind of like a mark? Would it be like a marquee?
Technically, the classification of this one right here, it would be a sign cabinet, electronic sign message board actually.
What would be the difference between both?
So from the first one, it would just be fixed. From
a marquee to a cabinet.
Oh, I believe a marquee is also I don't know for sure, but marquee to me implies more on a building, kind of like movie theater kind of setting. I don't know the specific definition between marquee and electronic. I could find out and maybe break it down at a future meeting.
Vice Mayor, if I may.
Yes, go ahead.
So it would be essentially be a screen where we could display like events and stuff like that coming in, right?
Councilmember Villalpando, yes, on this option, it would be a screen, an LED screen. As shown on the image there, it would be, you could put whatever was desired on there. City events or happy 4th of July, happy Merry Christmas, or anything could be displayed.
Yeah, for me so far, this one's probably the best option. Just because of the other one, one thing that I didn't like was the best little city. You're talking about this monument or sign that's going to be here for a while. So I think the best little city is more like a marketing tool versus something permanent like this. I like the fact that it just reads City of Somerton and the established date.
Thank you, Councilor Villalpando.
So I have a question. So I like this one as well. It's probably taller than a 6 foot, because if the guy's 6 feet, then it must be like 8 feet. But on that sign there, what is the pixel on it? Because we have one of those signs at the not the water tower, the pool, right? We used to have one, or that one hardly ever worked, and it was always had to be fixed. What is the possibility of this always not fixing, or it's missing a light bulb that the picture is not going to be clear? Is it going to be high tech like the schools that we now put in for the schools?
Vice Mayor, I don't have any technical details on the sign electronic component itself, but if this were to be the option selected, we would go back to the companies that we reached out to for designs and ask for specifications on that and make sure that it's a high quality product that doesn't go out and matches whatever for example, like what the high school put out there. That seems to be good.
I would like to know the cost, because this is going to be an expensive project, and is it going to go over what was initially on the CIP project cost, or those screens are expensive?
Will we have
We need to look at that cost in order for you to have presented it, so we would know if it's gonna be a viable design that can meet the cost of your CAP, right?
if it's close, if we know we have about $50,000 for this CIP, all the signs that were, the designs that were submitted were close to that range, and if we're slightly over, perhaps it could be modified. Maybe take out the veneer, for example, and just leave the exposed polished concrete. There would be a savings. You know, we could go back to the manufacturer and say, we have this price, this is what we want. Can you work with us?
That's where your negotiating skills come to play, right?
Yes. I have two other options to present.
Go ahead.
Council would like.
Yes, please. That's nice.
The next one is similar to the first one. It's a fixed sign, no sign cabinet. There's a typo there in the established date. I did catch that, but the idea is what I really wanted to show. It also has the ability to be illuminated at night, same as the first one. The dimensions are also similar. This one actually might be the same height as the second one. I have another option here. Similar to the first and the third one being a fixed sign, no electronic messaging, just your simple metal and background illumination. And those are the four options that staff has here for council.
Vice Mayor?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I like the option, the one that has the electronic message board, but without the electronic message board. But I do like that style. If we could kind of work with that. My concern is it's going to be entering Somerton. Plus, it's not that big. We see the billboards. You're going there at 55 miles per hour, and it's not. I guess my concern would be the if you want to have a good quality screen, you have to pay good money. If they were quoted around 50,000 plus just the visibility of it. But I do like that style, and I also like the and so Councilmember Villalpando said doesn't like the best little city. Doesn't matter. It doesn't say the best little city, but at least if it has where our motto is the city, the best city for events, businesses, and
Family.
and family, because that's something that we market ourselves into. We went through that process years ago, and that's something that the people of Somerton that were surveyed, that's what they saw Somerton as. So, but I like this style. Maybe merge some, you know, one of the other signs with this, with something Somerton fuel related, maybe more work. But I do like this style.
Vice Mayor, if I may.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Miguel.
Okay. The only reason that I brought up that best little city is because it is a marketing scheme that we developed and we came up with, but there might be a different marketing scheme down the road when we're not there, and the sign is still going to have that marketing scheme, and so that's the only reason that I brought it up, is not to limit or to have it there permanently. The one thing that I did notice is on that second one, I do like the fact that it incorporated part of the flag. Saul, what companies provided all these?
The companies were, it was Sign Masters.
Councilmember Villalpando, well, now that you're asking, but I did request for the company names to be removed and just the design to be analyzed, but. well,
Oh, no, the reason that I'm
public
bringing
record.
that up is because they all kind of look the same. So I wasn't sure if it was just from one company or various companies. And because we need to reach out to them and hopefully work a little bit with them. That second one, I think like the borders, yeah, and I agree with you. I think the electronic sign is going to be a waste of money. It's going to be expensive and a waste of money because people on a slow day travel 55. They don't do 55. They're going 65 plus. And so you're not going to have the opportunity to really grasp what's put on that sign. So it's going to be a waste of money. But I'd also want to see if they could incorporate a little bit more of the agricultural around us, because those look like kind of like Roman pillars on the side. And so I want to see if they could incorporate something else, something a little bit more unique and different. But I do like the very top, the round part with the star, which is a part of our city logo.
Vice Mayor,
Please.
and Saul, you had worked on something, on a concept for this, right? And it had some agriculture that it was shown to us maybe 2 years ago, maybe something like that as inspiration, but incorporated to some style, something like this.
Correct, Mayor. There is a previous design that was presented in the past. So what I'm hearing is incorporate agriculture using the base of the second sign as the kind of the inspiration for it.
And the flag.
And the flag. So no electronic message center then, or electronic message board.
I agree with the mayor on that one. I don't know about the rest, but yeah, I think it's going to be expensive. And you're going to have it on both sides. And man, that's going to be even more expensive.
You know what, I think for me, I mean, you know, we all have our different perspectives. I do like the electronic sign. And you got your quote that it's under the, what was allocated for it. I mean, I'm assuming it covers everything. You know, I know it's a driving, you know, people are driving 55 miles an hour or maybe even more. But I think I think it would look, it's a nice entrance for us. You know, I mean, the screens now, I think they're not as expensive as we might think they are. I mean, there's a lot of new stuff coming nowadays. If I were to pick, I like the electronic one. But I mean, I understand that it's whatever everyone said. But I like that flexibility. You could, you know, put community happenings, announcements, whatnot. You know.
But at that size, it's probably gonna be a 4-foot sign, and unless you put something like special event, but like very detailed, you won't be able to. I don't know, to me the effectiveness of having that, it's, and at that height, it just
Well, and Vice Mayor, if I may.
Yes, go ahead.
And even the billboards that they have, like right before you get to the casino, you kind of have to be able to see them from a distance in order to really read the whole thing by the time you're past it. And so from 100 yards, you're not going to be able to even make out what the sign says in 100 yards at 55, 65. I mean, it's quick. You're gonna miss. You're not gonna be able to read anything.
yeah, the intent is to tell people welcome to Somerton, and as far as the having an electronic sign, I know that there was something in the CIP, and to put it more when it's built out more in a future CIP, I think that's more effective at 25 miles per hour. Bigger size of the sign, that's instead of going through there and just zooming through it and distracting people.
Quite honestly, if we're gonna do that, we should do it like around the building that we own right there where DS is leasing out the building. If we're
Yeah.
gonna do something like that, it would make more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's slower traffic, so more time to see it.
Councilwoman Gonzalez, do you have any comment?
I agree with the rest. I think if it, I guess the driving there is 55. I don't think the drivers will be able to, I think we would have more accidents in that spot with the screen like that. I do like that concept though. I really like the first one too. So, maybe mixture of both. I don't know.
Saul, can you go to the next one, please?
The next
Yeah.
sign?
See, I like that, but with the concept, the previous one.
I
like
agree.
the-
With the
I
art.
like the tall, because this is too, I think the tall one that is higher, because the gentleman, if he's 6 feet, that means that thing is probably about 8 feet, right? Más o menos?
Actually, there's some dimensions on this one, 8 feet, 3 inches tall.
Mhm.
So this is
Something incorporated like that into the one prior, I think would look really nice. Very modern and it reflects our agriculture and the sun and maybe the flag somewhere around there. But I like this design in the previous model. That's my opinion.
Vice Mayor, with a flag, do you mean the Somerton flag, the Somerton logo, or?
Yeah, I had the logo.
Okay.
I had
Okay.
just like, yeah,
Okay,
that's my opinion.
yeah,
So Vice Mayor, you're talking about this one, but with instead of the sun using the logo for the city as the
Yes.
backdrop?
As the back and use
Yeah.
the frame, not the framing, but what is it? The structure of the one. Can you go back?
Yeah,
Saul,
that
please?
would
Yeah.
look good.
Like that,
and it has
Yeah.
it has a field somehow, but in a modern.
modern look,
so replacing, using this
structure.
structure frame and
incorporate-
plugging in the body, the City of Somerton, established 1898, simple, instead of the electronic
Yeah.
board.
And where it says city of in the next one, I don't like where it says city of because you can barely see it. I like this one where it has the city of Somerton. Do you see that? It looks really, really nice. Because if you go to the next one, it looks like they just like added the city of Somerton there. Like you really can see it. But if they can fix it or draw something better, but I really like it with the structure.
So a
Combine
blend of
both,
2 and 3 then
combine both.
appears to be the consensus here.
Welcome to the City of Somerton should be the primary
Yeah.
objective of this.
Okay,
Can you bring it back to us, Saul, or?
absolutely.
Okay, with that said, then, I think we need a motion or anything because we're gonna bring it back with the new. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Saul.
Thank you. We'll be back.
Moving on to 6.2, discussion and possible action to approve the renewal of a contract with Flock Safety for 10 solar-powered multi-purpose license plate readers in the amount of 36,250. Chief?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council, good evening. I have a couple of things to present to you. We have a PowerPoint up there. Let me bring it up here. Oh, this is Saul stuff. Oh,
Oh, I just left it there, Chief. I'm
yeah, go back to this one. If I close it out, I think I'm gonna close everything.
Right.
There we go. So I have this one. I'm not gonna, oh, wait a moment. What's that?
No, go down to new business. It's on the 6.2,
Right there.
right there. Down, down, down. No.
One more,
below.
one more.
Uh-huh,
I missed it, I'm sorry.
it's okay. Right there.
Right here. This PowerPoint has about 20 slices, slides. I just ate a pizza, sorry. So 20 slides, but I'm not gonna bore you with it because I've made some short notes on it. So I can share the most important information on it. So I'm presenting before you the flock safety renewal. So just to give you a little bit of history before I move into the PowerPoint presentation, we've had the flock cameras since June of 2020. We began with a couple cameras. I believe there was 4 of them at the time. They were grant funded through Stone Garden. And then we moved over to the DPS grant. And for the past 5 years, the cameras around the city of Somerton have been sustained with grant funding. In this fiscal year, we asked for them to be under the general funding. So the purpose of the cameras is for a force multiplier. As you already know, we're short-staffed. We have very few officers. But in the past, they've helped us solve a lot of crime. And I'll share some of the success stories here in a few minutes. From this one, that's the purpose of that one. And then this is going to expedite our ability to solve crime, and it has for the past 5 years. It also has a better filter than your average license plate reader. It will accelerate investigations for us, and it allows us to place vehicles on a hot list. So we can place stolen vehicles, warrants, wanted people, missing persons, children, or adults. The renewal comes before you, and it captures the following information. It captures vehicles' license plates, paper plates, or no plates at all. It also captures the vehicle description, even if it doesn't have the plate. It gives us a real good description, whether it's a truck, a motorcycle, and it timestamps the location captured of the vehicle. So it provides information to us and the officers. So the officers have on everybody's phone. Once we put a vehicle in the flock list, we can get an alert. And the alert shows us exactly where the vehicle is at, what kind of vehicle it is, what case number it's tied to us. And it also gives us information on the location of the vehicle. Part of the agreement with flock safety is that the information that is captured is only retained for 30 days and no more than 30 days. We're able to access it in 2 specific situations. One of them is we're either investigating, and the other one, it'll pop up with a hot listing, something that we've already entered. We own the data, so flock safety is just our holder, but we own everything in the data. We're also able to share it with other agencies that hold the same kind of data. San Luis holds it. The city of Yuma has this information. I believe the sheriff's office was still working on it, but we're able to share information. And when I share some of the success stories, you'll see how we tie into the data that they collect. So right here, we've shared, and I think this was previously sent to all our council members with some of the statistics that we've had and the success stories. And I like to go in and share. So for the past 5 years, we've had different amount of cameras. Last year, we had 26 cameras total. And because of the budget cuts and to try to be reasonable and use them as best as we can, because they were coming out of general fund, we're hoping that they'll come out of general fund. We downsized from 26 cameras to 10 cameras. And the cameras are going to be, they're basically virtual gates throughout the city. There's going to be 10 cameras, and they're going to be at the entrances and at the exits of the city of Somerton. This item was budgeted in fiscal year 2026. And at this time, I will share with you, this is what the hot list looks like. So if you look at the box that, this first box right here, it shares with you, well, it provides you information on the hot list that we've shared with other agencies. And it goes down on each of the call types that we've been able to use entry, or we've been able to share with other agencies. This is what the hot list looks like. I've had a little bit of data as to the call types that we've been successful with for the past couple of years. And then I have 3 pages of success stories, but I only chose about 3 of them to share with you, if I may, Vice Mayor. Number 1 is a suspect was located and arrested for a double homicide. These are things that happen here in Somerton. Another one that we had was a person who pointed a gun at a family, and another vehicle was located and arrested just on those cameras. A person, and the other one was an inmate escape from the Arizona Department of Corrections. We were able to catch him entering the city limits in a white sedan This subject was eventually captured because we were able to connect with the other agencies. It was captured in the Phoenix area. The other one is a suspicious individual attempting to approach an 11-year-old in our local pond at the Council Park. He was interrupted by the father, but we're able to identify the suspect vehicle, in this case through the flock cameras as well. Another one we had was an arrest in a child pornography case. Suspect vehicle tracked traveling towards San Luis prior to the search warrant and the arrest. And three more that I have is a major case involving a Mesa, Arizona suspect or defendant residing in that area came here and attempted to and made contact with an 11-and-a-half-year-old female. The license plate reader data was critical in confirming presence and building a case against this suspect. The other one I have is we had a tracked Ford Mustang near Avenue B prior to a fatal collision that occurred in the city limits of Somerton. In our collaboration with the city of Yuma, we were able to gather a driving history for this particular driver. And the last one we had is in November of 2024. We had a drive-by shooting here in the city limits of Somerton. Because of those cameras, we were able to identify the vehicle. We made 4 arrests, 3 were juveniles, and one of them was an adult. And the last slide that I have here before you is going to be the proposed locations of the cameras. We intend to have 2 of them that they're going to take away the 26, but we intend to have 3 of them moved to better locations for the virtual purpose of having gates in the city of Somerton. And at this time, there is nationwide, there's about 210 plus agencies that were already using flock safety and that are able to share throughout the nation some of these cameras if we have cases in other places. And this is data from 2020, where 210 plus agencies were already using flock safety. If you have any questions, I'll be more than glad to answer them at this time.
Vice Mayor. You mentioned that we're gonna have to reduce to 10 cameras.
Yes, ma'am.
Do we know how much it would be if we would do all 20?
They, Ms. Gonzalez, they are each valued at $3,400 for each cameras, and that is for 1 year.
Are we able to maybe increase
We only budgeted for 10.
for this fiscal year?
Correct,
Uh-huh.
for with the thought that we're gonna do entrance to the nexuses of the city, and because it was coming from general budget, we decided that we would downgrade to the 10 only. So it wouldn't hurt the budget as much.
But do you think we might be able, because I know the importance of all the cameras, of all the 26 that we have. Do you think that?
So Ms. Gonzalez, then would we be successful? Yes, we would.
Yeah.
Because we would be able to connect a missing person in a vehicle. Remember, these are all related to vehicles. Moving from one place to another, or even a drive-by shooting, would be able to capture them different locations of the city when they enter or where they exit, and as they're moving throughout the city.
Do you think we could maybe next fiscal year add?
I'll be more than glad to bring it back to you. Yes.
Any other questions?
Vice Mayor, if I may.
Please, go ahead.
Okay, I have a quick question on the Highway 95 and what avenue is that camera location, the last one on the slide?
It's at 95 and, the one that's at 95 and D?
No, I don't know. This is 95 and Avenue, and it's cut off, doesn't say.
Look at the list.
Screen number 18 or slide number 18, way at the bottom.
No, I'm looking at the slide on
Very
my
bottom one.
screen, so it's the very bottom one.
Mr. Villalpando, yeah, I have it here on my cheat sheet. Mr. Villalpando, that is gonna be at G, Highway 95 and Avenue G.
Okay, Avenue G. Now, here's the $1,000,000 question. Are you guys piggybacking on an RFP or RFQ? Because like I mentioned it prior to us even getting them, they're not a sole source. So did you guys put out an RFP or an RFQ for this?
Councilman Villalpando, this is Shawna Medill, Finance Director.
Yeah.
A procurement was done for the flock cameras. Due to the fact that we had a service already, it fell under the procurement protocol that we can go ahead and abide by this vendor and continue service with them. So
Can you-
procurement was
Can you,
done.
can you provide me what you guys cited for procurement policy?
Sure.
Any other questions? Thank you very much, Chief. I really think these are super, super important. I think narrowing down the 10 does kind of worry me a little, but I mean, 10 is better than nothing, I guess. And I do have to agree with Councilwoman Gonzalez, if we could add that to your next project on next fiscal year. And maybe we can get like how much it would cost to have all 26 per year running, because you did say it was $3,000 per camera per year, right?
Correct. One of the things that we're saving in at this time, Vice Mayor, is that we're not having them installed. And they are being held at most of our city properties, which is light poles and infrastructure belongs to us. So there's a less of a cost for that one.
Vice Mayor?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, one thing as far as the reduction in cameras, I'm sure that there was some analysis behind going downsizing, not just in choosing which locations to leave them. At least we'll discuss it during budget, but just because we have 26, maybe the 26 were not, more, we got to be efficient with our budget. So if and I'm sure the locations were prioritized of where we're going to leave them, the 10. So yeah, start looking in what locations, but we don't need to have the 26. If it's less or if it's more, just when we're ready for budget, just that's the type of data that I would like. We had those 26 cameras before. What was the effectiveness of having it in those locations? Because just having 26 cameras around the city, that's, I don't know if the efficiency is there.
That's the point.
Right, right.
Yes.
And you know what, and I was gonna ask that question, I mean, do you see, because I mean, I know sometimes more is not always better, and I'm looking at the cameras and they're very strategic where they're placed. Are we gonna lose some efficiency from the 26 to the 10?
We are, Mr. Castillo, and the only reason to answer a little bit of the mayor's question or a comment is that we had to reduce because of budget cuts. That's why we were forced to just keep the 10 that we have right now. Those were we believe were the most crucial ones if we had to make a reduction.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
We need it.
No, a motion to approve the 10? Okay.
I make a motion to approve the renewal of contract lot safety for 10 solar powered multi-purpose license plates readers in the amount of 36,250.
A motion was made by Councilman Castillo. Second by Councilwoman Gonzalez. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion
Mayor,
carries.
Vice Mayor,
Yes.
I'm not opposing it, but I'm not casting a vote at this time just because I want to see the RFP first.
Okay.
Or making sure that they comply with the procurement process.
So we
So
still
I'm not
have
casting the
yeah,
vote.
so we still have 4-0. Motion carries. 6.3, discussion and possible action to approve first reading by title only for ordinance number 2025-004.
Vice Mayor, Mayor, and council members, good evening again. Araceli Juarez, Chief of Police. The item that you have before you, I'm going to go ahead and read it. It's a little lengthy, but I have a very short explanation for what comes after that. Sure. So the item is the title only, first reading of title only ordinance 2025-004, an ordinance of the city of Somerton, Arizona, amending chapter 6, animal of the city code by amending article 6.1, rules and regulations, section 6.11, dangerous animals, section 6.14, swine, livestock, poultry, fowl, bees, and article 6.2, dogs and other animals. Section 6.21, definitions, section 6.22, license required, issuance of dog tags, section 6.23, anti-rabies vaccination required, section 6.24, rabies control and quarantine, reporting incidents of biting, handling of biting animals, sections 2.5, restriction as to dogs running at large, section 6.26, impoundment time, notice, and cost regarding dogs running at large, and by renaming and amending section 6.27, unlawful interference with animal control officers, and section 6.29, appointment of animal control officer, and by adding a new section 6.10, unlawful feeding of dogs and cats, and adding an article 6.3, penalties, providing for repeal of conflicting ordinances, providing for severability, and providing for penalties. So this item comes before you in an effort to regulate some complaints that we've received at the police department regarding feeding of dogs and cats that have raised concerns of health, safety, and nuisance issuing throughout the community. The amendment purpose will help the code enforcement officer in several areas. It'll support enforcement of responsible animal care. It'll protect the public of health risk and nuisance complaints, and it'll promote proper animal care and control. The important item about this one is that it adds a penalty clause to Chapter 6 for individuals who feed animals in a way that causes unsanitary conditions or creates a public nuisance. Penalties may include fines escalating for repeated violations. The changes to Chapter 6 are primarily minor. They're only intended to correct titles and reflect current processes. Aside from these minor amendments, Article 6.3 penalty could be considered a major change. This amendment reduces the offense from a Class 1 misdemeanor to a Class 3 misdemeanor, which is a less severe offense. The impact of this one is going to be the amendment will empower code enforcement to address violations effectively and ensure public safety and responsible pet ownership. Are there any questions?
Any questions for the chief? Chief, so basically, we're gonna be finding people that feed the cats and the dogs out in the retention area that I've seen people do that.
Potentially, yes, Vice Mayor.
So what is the fee normally if you find someone?
So the fee is something that the court regulates. We only regulate the enforcement and the citation to request somebody to appear in court.
Okay. So the first offense, is it a warning or automatic ticket or?
So we have the practice and the philosophy at the Somerton Police Department where we always want to educate people first and we want to encourage a warning. And then because everything's documented through our data system, we're able to track back if we've already provided you a warning and the specifics of the warning that we gave you. And then we're able to move with the citation. But we prefer to speak to the public first and educate them. And that's going to be the case for this particular change.
Okay. I mean, I understand, what people are doing, those that do feed those cats or the dogs. And I know there's no malintent or anything like that, but it does create a nuisance and it's creating a lot of issues within our community. And so thank you for doing this.
Vice Mayor, if I may?
Yes, please.
I just want to point also that this will help with the responsibility of individuals that take on that responsibility, that want to feed the cats or dogs. That there is other things that come along with that if they so decide to do that.
Vice Mayor, if I add one more thing that is in the Chapter 6 modification is that they are allowed to feed a cat and a dog while they're holding them to return them to the owner, while they're waiting for animal control. So there's a section in there that protects them.
Okay. Any other questions?
I have a question. I don't know if it's for the chief or maybe Louis. How do we plan on the education portion of it? Are we going to put signs around? Are we going to?
So my plan is to meet with the social media experts here at the city and we'll send out deployment to provide information to the public, enough information. We'll start off with a lot of warnings and just publicating a lot of this through social media. And maybe some flyers at the public safety building and as the officers are making those contacts with that information in hand.
Thank you.
And maybe flyers at the senior center and so forth like that,
Yes.
so that they can distribute to their own families.
We can do that, Vice Mayor.
Any other questions?
Vice Mayor? Oh,
Please,
go ahead,
Mayor.
Mayor.
When the Humane Society was here, Annette Lagunas mentioned of a grant, and we were gonna apply, and we budgeted matching funds for it. When are we gonna get a resolution if we were approved for that grant?
Mayor, this is Shawna Medell, Finance Director. We have reached out to Humane Society to submit that grant. We've gotten them everything. My understanding is it is a state grant because it's through licensing, so that won't be funded until after October. So we probably won't see any response or approval basis or denial basis probably until January of 2026.
Councilman Villalpando?
Yes, thank you, Vice Mayor. Chief, thank you for bringing this to City Council because I think it is a much needed ordinance. I do want to share a quick story because I did have somebody reach out to me over the weekend because they did have some concerns, but after explaining what the city was trying to do to prohibit homes from being invaded by cats, it's they were able to understand that, look, we were not looking to send the cats off and dispose of them in any fashion. We were just trying to curb the population of these cats. And so she was sharing a story with me that she's taken it upon herself. She's already spayed and neutered 17 cats that show up to her house. She captures them, takes them out there to the Humane Society and pays out of pocket to spay and neuter these cats. But she also feels that she feels a sense of duty and obligation to feed them and make sure that they don't starve. But I'm just glad that the fact that she's taking them out there and getting them spayed and neutered to hopefully prohibit an endless cycle of cats being born. And so maybe that's a message that those that are animal lovers, especially cat lovers, it's fine, if you want to adopt a cat, but at least try to make sure that they're spayed and neutered so they do not create this explosion of the cat population. So thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Mr. Villalpando. Also want to thank, just real briefly, Carmen, Deputy City Manager, and legal helped me a lot. Louis, Captain Jenkins, everybody put their 2 cents in to help me clean this one up. Thank you.
Vice Mayor, if I may,
Yes.
I just want to clear, well, or at least give some explanation. The grant that the mayor is talking about is for spay and neuter program, and it's what we understand. We've put aside $10,000, and they do a matching grant of another 10,000, so that would be 20,000 total to be able to spay and neuter animals here in the community.
Great.
I just wanted to explain that.
And Vice Mayor, one more thing.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Louis, does the city have any funds while we wait on this grant in order to, let's say somebody they have a cat problem in their yard. They want to capture some of these cats. Is there funding available to get them spayed and neutered? I know they're going to bring them back and release them in the area, but at least they could, if we're going to be enforcing this, at least what we could do is in the meantime, while there's grant fund available, maybe the city looks at possibly covering some of that cost.
Councilman Villalpando, there is a program through the Humane Society, and Chief, if you want to talk a little bit
Yes,
about it.
Mr. Villalpando, there's a program that we work closely with the Humane Society of Yuma, And what they do is they come out here and they help our animal control officers set up traps, either in areas that they believe is where the cats are at, where we have community cats, or where the residents call us and make a complaint that there's a lot of cats in the area. They take them. The problem with that, not a problem, but the work around that one is that we have to make sure that they have a veterinarian on site, so they're able to do what they have to do with the cats, the spading and the neutering. But we have been doing that for several years now, but it hasn't been, I mean, it's been successful, but we could be doing more if we had the money.
See, and that's maybe a solution to this problem, because believe me, there's some neighborhoods that, oh my God, it's been a headache. And so I think the more that we could collaborate with people, the quicker we'll get this under control.
Thank you.
Does this also encompass if you feed them, they're yours?
Pretty much, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to, oh no, we do need to make a motion for the first reading by title only.
So moved, Vice Mayor.
Second.
The vote, initial vote, a motion by Councilwoman Gonzalez, second by Councilman Castillo. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposes, motion carries.
Thank you, Vice
Chief.
Mayor.
Vice Mayor, if Chief of Police, if she could read the title of the ordinance.
Thank you.
This one? The one I read in the beginning? Okay. So, all right. So the ordinance, I think I have the correct one, Andrea. Is it this one? Is it the first portion, the top one? Okay. I can read it, that's fine. An ordinance of the City of Somerton, Arizona, amending Chapter 6, Animals of the City Code by amending Article 6.1, Rules and Regulations, Section 6.11, Dangerous Animals, and Section 6.14, Swine, Livestock, Poultry, Fowl, Bees, and Article 6.2, Dogs and Other Animals. Section 6.21, Definitions, Section 6.22, License Required, Issuance of Dog Tags, Section 6.23, Anti-Rabies Vaccination Required, Section 6.24, Rabies Control and Quarantine, Reporting Incidents of Biting, Handling of Biting Animals, Section 6.25, Restrictions as to Dogs Running at Large, Section 6.26, Impoundment Time, Notice and Cost regarding dogs running at large, and by renaming and amending Section 6.27, Unlawful Interference with Animal Control Officer, and Section 6.29, Appointment of Animal Control Officer, and by adding a new Section 6.10, Unlawful Feeding of Dogs or Cats, and adding a new Article 6.3, Penalty, providing for repeal and conflicting ordinances, providing for severability, and providing for penalties.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving down to 7, summary of current events.
Good evening, Vice Mayor, Mayor and council members. We have Chief Fernandez.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and council members. Javier Hernandez, Fire Chief. I just want to take this opportunity to thank everybody that attended our 9/11 ceremony. Thank the community that showed up. Thank the Cocopah Tribal Council. And also, Vice Mayor, thank you very much for being our guest speaker this year. And it was a small event, but it was a good turnout. And I just want to take the opportunity to thank everybody. Thank you.
Then Chief Juarez.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council, good evening. Araceli Juarez again, Chief of Police. The only announcement I have is for October 14 of this year from 10 in the morning till I believe 2 p.m. We're going to have a blood drive at the Public Safety Facility. You're more than welcome to set up your appointment online through Vitalant. Thank you.
That's all we have, Vice Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Villalpando. Mayor, do you have something to?
I don't have anything, Vice Mayor.
I don't have anything.
Just a reminder, the vaccine clinic this Thursday at the Cultural Center from 3 to 6. I also attended the 9/11 ceremony. Thank you, Chief, for putting that together. I appreciate that we have one here in Somerton. Thank you.
Vice Mayor,
Yes,
yeah, one thing, like to add, we have our joint meeting with the county on Thursday. So hopefully, our council members can go. This is gonna be our first meeting, joint meeting with them. And, by that time, I should be feeling better, hopefully.
this is with the Board of Supervisors, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Councilman?
I have nothing.
Well, I also attended the 9/11 memorial, and I want to thank the chief, both chiefs for the invite. I'd never participated until this year, and you know, I've had the privilege to go to the 9/11 museum, and it's very impactful. And then being part and being asked to give a brief speech, it was very special, you know, and I thank you very much for allowing me to do that. With that said, we don't have anything else. I just need a motion to go into executive sessions. We have 3 items on the agenda. 8.1, which is discussion for consideration of employment of the Somerton Municipal Judge, which probably not consider employment, but go over, right, what her expectations are, because she's already employed. And 8.2 is legal advice and discussion on the instruction to the city attorney regarding the rental agreement with 85350 ZIP LLC. And the third one is legal advice and discussion and instruction to the city attorney regarding sponsorship contract for the Somerton High School Committee Corn Fest event. It's the Somerton High School Committee Education, Inc. I need a motion to go into executive session.
So move.
Second.
Motion was made by Councilwoman Gonzalez, second by Councilman Castillo. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anybody opposes? Motion carries. We're gonna go for recess for about 5 minutes. Need a motion to end executive session.
So moved.
Motion was made by Councilwoman Gonzalez, second by Councilman Castillo. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Nobody opposes, motion carries. The meeting has adjourned at 9:26.